Hey guys, Amelia. Today I'm giving you some tips for how to ride the pirouettes in the Prix St. George test. So first off, you do your left pirouette first, and the directive reads from H, proceed towards X in collected canter. Between H and X, half pirouette to the left. So basically the directive tells you to go on the diagonal and before X, do your half pirouette left. It's really important that you do your pirouette before X. If you go past the center line, the judge is going to deduct marks. So you actually want to cheat your line a little bit. So what do I mean by this? I'll show you a diagram. I'll link it here. So you are actually going to go a little bit to the right of the diagonal. So when you come out of the corner, you're going to stay a little to the right of the diagonal. You're not going to head right towards X. So that after you make your half pirouette, because your half pirouette is not tiny, it takes a few meters, then after your pirouette, you end up back on the diagonal line towards the corner letter H. So this is really important that you don't ride exactly on the diagonal, that you ride a little to the right of the diagonal, so that after you finish your pirouette, you end up on the diagonal. Obviously, if your pirouette's smaller, you don't have to cheat the line as much as if you need to make your pirouette a little bigger to help out your horse, then you need to stay even a little more to the side of the diagonal. So that's the first thing. These pirouettes are coefficients, so you have to really make sure that you get a good mark on them, because both these pirouettes are very expensive in the Prix St. George. Okay, then after your pirouette, you have H to C counter canter and C flying change of lead. So in the counter canter, what I try to do is lots of people overflex their horse. So you want to try to get your horse as straight as they can be, obviously still a little position to the left, but not over bent left. Make sure you ride a little bit forward in the counter canter to your change. So you need to keep the counter canter nice and balanced, and then ride a few strides forward to your change at C so that you can get an expressive change at C. It's hard to get an expressive change at C because you don't have a lot of distance. You know, like if you think of getting a change after a diagonal, you have a lot more space than coming out of the counter canter through the corner. Okay, so then after this change, now you have your pirouette right. So same thing to the right. Cheat that line a little. Now you're going to be, let me see, if you're going right, now you're going to be a little to the left of the diagonal. Have a nice straight approach. So you want to be shoulder 4. Prior to the pirouette, collect, keep your horse straight, and then turn. Lots of people, their horses will kind of cheat and be a little haunches in before the pirouette, and the judge is going to deduct a little points for this. It's also, your horse is going to have more trouble staying uphill and bringing the front end around if you push the haunches in prior to starting the pirouette. And again, the right pirouette is also a coefficient. Same thing riding out. Like after your pirouette, try to get a nice forward canter, because then you have your counter canter, which you want to stay nice and balanced, not overbending the horse, and then ride forward to your flying change. So this can be a super fun movement to ride. Everything comes up really fast. So you've got to make sure that, you know, you get out of the corner, ride straight, collect, pirouette, turn, ride forward, counter canter, straight, forward, change. You see, everything comes up super fast, but if you do it right, it can be a really beautiful movement, and you can gain a lot of points in these few movements. So I hope these tips helped. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my email list, and also check us out on Patreon. Thanks so much, guys.